Its name is day 333. It's pretty cool that it's, half of 666, which I've never actually researched as to why it's considered the devil's number. But anyway, today's question is linking back to yesterday, which is what would I spend my money on if I did have more money? I've said repeatedly that I would definitely buy more books and buy more courses and more hobbies and stuff like that. But on a practical level, would I do that? In theory, we do a lot of things that we say we do, but in actuality, we're saying it from a position of zero emotional impetus to do it. So whenever we're in a flight or fight situation, in practice, our emotional sense is quite automatic, and it triggers a reaction that we wouldn't otherwise do if we're systematically thinking about something. So possibly I would be reckless, and in fact I was. There was a very short period in my life where I was making a ton of money, and I realized I wasn't actually spending it on ethically. I was happy that I could pay the bills without feeling guilty, because a lot of the time my mum asked for money and I wasn't making much money anyway, so I couldn't save up. And so when she asked to pay the bills, I was happy to pay it. But then I realized I am getting a bit materialistic here, buying all this and that. And I realized even me, someone who claims to be living this sort of quote-unquote monastic life, can be as material and as egotistical as anyone. So what I would like to think I spend is actually way more time traveling, because a lot of people say they travel, but really you spend your time in a hotel or Airbnb in another city. That isn't travel. Like, I genuinely want to see architectural sites, excavation sites, forests, mountains, things I cannot access in London. And even if I could, in some remote way, it would be madly expensive. Madly. So, which is why I find sort of free ways to do it. And I don't do it for soul searching. I think if you can't find happiness within your own mind, you can't really find happiness in the external world. You have to be happy within for you to be happy out. So it's not so much, but it's more knowledge, it's more experience. It's one thing to read books and listen to podcasts about stuff. It's another to completely experience it. And a lot of people's, including mine, change happens through experience. Reading and stuff is post hoc. You only rationalize afterwards, but you don't actually make the change initially, which is incredible. You could have, for example, veganism. I could read books and I'm listening to podcasts and stuff, and I really almost semi-agree with the arguments morally, and yet my behavior isn't changing. So A, do I believe it? Or two, am I waiting for that emotional trigger? Because I can connect the dots in theory. I'm not connecting it with my behavior. So yeah, I went wayward there, but it's important to discuss these things. Let me know what you think. What would you spend it on? And I'm happy to go on this journey with you. See you tomorrow. Bye.